Moving on, the Supreme Court has grabbed YouTuber Ranveer Allahbadia. There is no end to storm over Allahbadia's vulgar remark. In scathing remarks, the top court has pulled up Allahbadia for using crass remarks on India's Got Latent show. The apex court came down heavily and said that the language used by Allahbadia shows total pervert-type mindset and that his parents too would be ashamed of him. The court has characterized YouTuber's comments on India's Got Latent as offensive, as disgusting and filthy. And in another massive setback, the court has put a pause on shows featuring Ranveer Allahbadia, asserting that he has to stop with show business until further notice. After wrapping Allahbadia, the court did offer him some respite. FIRs against him in Mumbai and Guwahati have been stayed. He's been asked to submit his passport at the Thane police station. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra has said, or rather vowed to take action against obscenity as well as hold a discussion with the centre to implement rules against it.
तुम्ही दुसऱ्याच्या अभिव्यक्ती स्वातंत्र्यावर आपल्या स्वातंत्र्याच्या माध्यमातून घाला घालू शकत नाही. त्यामुळे ज्या ठिकाणी अश्लीलता ही परिसीमेच्या बाहेर जाते त्या ठिकाणी कारवाई करणं हे गरजेचं असतं. मात्र या संदर्भात काही नियमावली तयार करता येईल का, जरूर केंद्र सरकारची आमची चर्चा चाललेली आहे.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इनको भी अच्छी तरह से फटकारा है और कहा है कि इनके जितने भी शो हो गए वो आगे से बंद किए जाए. जो भी गंदे कंटेंट लेके शो किए, जो छोटे से रील्स के जरिए जितने भी शूट किए वो हटा दिए जाए. और पूरी की पूरी गंदगी इनके दिमाग में है, इसीलिए ऐसी गंदी बातें माता पिता के बारे में ये लोग कर रहे हैं. तो पुलिस जो भी जानकारी इनके तरफ से चाहिए वो जानकारी पुलिस को दी जाए और पूरा सहयोग ये लोग पुलिस को करेगा.
Honorable Supreme Court has extraordinarily taken a very strong statement and ripped into Ranveer Allahbadia by even using words like dirty. So definitely this is very important. This is a very important step. I am sure this will serve as a caution to all the YouTubers who wants to use such filth to spread their message. But Supreme Court also granted him relief. This is the balanced approach that every court should take. I think entire India, not only the complainant like me, entire India will be happy that Supreme Court safeguarded the values of family and has that cultural sensitivity that we were all expecting.
One thing we need to keep in mind, maybe somewhere along the line, the state agencies have not been serious. They have said, okay, let it go. Let's not make such a big issue about these kind of things. This is now crossing boundaries, crossing limits, and it is entering into areas and spheres that is not just vulgar, but it is also corrupting young minds. How much can the state keep quiet about? Somewhere an example has to be set. A precedent has to be set so that people will also follow a certain decorum, even though they would like to call it dark comedy. We have to understand what is possible, what is our limit, because you are an influencer and having a huge fan following, which is a young youth following. And that is very important, and I'm sure that is what the Supreme Court has kept in mind and put these conditions forward.
What they did was far even better than what they said. What they did was actually protect a mob lynching. Now, you cannot put somebody on a phansi ka takht for something like what he did. You can castigate him. You can take away his passport. You can turn around and penalize him. You can fine him. You can even put him in jail for a while. But you can't lynch him. And therefore, the Supreme Court, in its wisdom, has actually put it exactly the way it should be. That this is not acceptable in terms of behavior, in terms of social behavior, in terms of public behavior. What you think is your own thoughts. You keep them to yourself. You don't put it on a public platform.